Welcome back, Cardboard Warriors. How's everybody doing out there today? So this is finally that big collection that I bought months ago. I've been telling you guys about, and I finally was able to get it all sorted and gone through. There's a lot of sets, and a lot of sets I didn't know anything about because they were all from this from the Alara block through to Theros. I knew a little bit about Theros because I opened some of that, but I haven't opened any of those other sets on camera since I got back in the game, so I didn't know much about them. So the guy emails me. He was a Commander player, and so of course I'm thinking, ooh, shiny goodness, you know. So I get there, and he's literally a two, like 6 foot table set up, the cards just strewn across the whole thing. This big, like 4,000 count box and a couple other 1,000 count boxes, some of the fat pack boxes here. So it was a big collection. It was a pretty sizable box. I needed to bring it home. But the main thing he was telling me about was his commander decks, which were in these cases here. And this was his pride and joy one. He's like, I'm a commander player and I mainly play green. So I was expecting mostly green cards. Turns out he had pretty much everything. But I looked through that deck, and there was some decent cards in there, but nothing really terribly impressive. And I didn't have a lot of time. He didn't have a lot of time. So I looked through it, and there's about $200 worth of cards in there that I could see. And he said, that's where all the value is. I don't really think there's much in the rest of it. But he hadn't really looked at the collection. He hadn't played since Born of the Gods, I guess, was the newest set that I found in there. So he didn't really know much about the cards. He's like, my wife wants to throw them away. I just want to get them to a home where they're going to be appreciated. Make me an offer. I don't even know a price range or anything. And so I was like, well, you know, there's about $200 worth of value in this deck, but I have no idea what's in the rest. He's like, I don't think there's much in the rest. So I was like, well, will you take a couple $100? He's like, sure, that sounds great. I was like, okay. He was excited that I was offering him $200. I guess he thought I was going to offer him like $50 or something. So I get the collection for $200. And I get it home, and I just kind of start looking through the other commander decks, and there were some decent little hits in there. And then once I actually started digging through the boxes, there was a lot of stuff in here. We'll go over some of it here real quick. I'm just going to move these out of the way. As you can see, there was also some empty like dual deck boxes and stuff like that, and commander deck boxes. And this was something that really caught my eye when I was first looking there. Is he had these oversized commander cards from Commander 2011 and Commander 2013, I believe. And he had a ton of them, which means he probably bought a lot of commander decks. So I was like, there's got to be some value in there, because these 2011 and 2013 commander decks there's some good cards in them. So I saw that, I was like, that might be a winner there. So everything was sleeved for the most part. When I say everything, I mean everything. There's literally, so there's a 1,000 count box and then a fat pack box completely crammed full of sleeves. So I had to de-sleeve a lot of stuff. There's also some extras, like a ton of dice. I don't know if you can see in there very well, but a ton of dice. There is a bunch of the fat pack, because they used to call them fat packs before they called them bundles. A bunch of the fat pack dice and stuff like that in there from older sets. There's like a cons. So a lot of extra stuff too. He just wanted everything gone because the wife was complaining about space. So anyways, like I said, mainly a lot of the bulk of it was Scars of Mirrodin and Besiege era, and a lot of New Phyrexia. So that was a block that I really like, but I haven't got hardly anything of because it's kind of hard to get your hands on these days. So, but there was also a ton of M11. It looked like he really liked the core sets for some reason. Ton of M11, good amount of M12. But then there was like a little bit of every set before and after that. There was some revised cards. There was some here we go. Here's some older cards. There's some portal cards, some revised, some 5th edition, 6th edition, 4th edition, 7th edition, 8th, 9th, 10th edition, not M10, 10th edition, and then a lot of M10 and stuff. So there was a lot of older stuff in there as well, and some older expansion sets like Ice Age, Fallen Empires, some Tempest, Arcadia Masks, Prophecy, Invasion, but just like a few cards from each. Plane Shift. So these are probably stuff he traded his buddies for. Judgment, an Onslaught foil. Nice. Unfortunately, it's not worth anything. Some Onslaught, Legion, Scourge, Mirrodin, Darksteel, Fifth Dawn, Ravnica, Guild Pact, you know, Kamigawa, just some random older sets, just a few cards of each. So he either bought them from a bulk bin or a store, or just traded his buddies for them. I don't know. But anyways, this whole 1,000 count box on the end over here, and plus this stack on top is all just basic lands, because of course you're going to get tons of that. But it's kind of, this is all just extra mythics and rares from different sets that aren't worth anything. Or at least they didn't make the $2 cut. There's a ton of $1 to $2 kind of range cards, but I don't count anything under $2 when I'm going through these collections. So keep in mind, there's probably a few $100s more than what I'm going to tell you at the end. But I just want to kind of quickly go through some of the highlights, and I'll show you the big hits, of course. But here's some of the commons and uncommons that were worth over a couple bucks, like a ton of lightning bolts, Pyretic Ritual, Swiftfoot Boots, Reliquary Towers, Ponders, Wayfarer's Bauble, Soul Ring, Expedition Maps, a ton of Whisper Silk Cloaks, Spellbooks, you know, just a lot of Relentless Rats, just a lot of, these are all like, you know, that $2 to $4 kind of range. One of the big problems though, like there's 4 Mage Slayers here from I think it's Charge of Alara. 2 of them are practically mint, and then 2 of them are literally destroyed. I don't know if that's coming through on camera at all. Let me see. There you go. Now you can see it. It's dented in on the corner here. They're literally just destroyed. Can you see that one? Yeah. So, so some of the cards are in pretty rough shape in here. There's a bunch of Diabolic Tutors. These aren't worth over $1 right now. I think they're worth right at $1 or something. But this card just is always going to have a soft spot in my heart, because it was the first tutor that was somewhat usable after they got rid of Demonic Tutor. This was the next kind of replacement for that. This was supposed to be the lower powered version of Demonic Tutor, and it wasn't restricted, so we could run 4 in our decks. So I ran a lot of these in my decks in the early days, so I just kind of love this card, just because it was, you know, it was that kind of slower replacement for the Demonic Tutor, and you could run playsets of them. But anyways, let's break into the bigger piles, or the better piles, I guess you'd say. All right, so here's the, this is the $2 to $10 range, kind of. So we got some Tree Speakers, a lot. There was a ton of Rise of Eldrazi in there. Path Raisers, Ulamogs, None of Those Worlds, Exoskeletons, Fabricates, a playset of Liliana's Caress. We got some of the Unhinged lands, full art lands. We got some of the Unglued lands. I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, that's an oldie but a goodie. A foil, Immaculate Magistrate. There was a lot of the Duels of the Planeswalker, which I hadn't even seen that that logo yet. So I was like, what is this? So Crystal Shard from Mirrodin, Dissension, Cold Snap, a Boreal Druid, Skirk Fire Marshal from Onslaught. So more Elvis Promenade, non-foil. So a lot of Scourge in there, which was kind of surprising to me. Cream of the Crop. There's a Liege. Some Urza Saga was in there, Argothian Elder, and the original Vernal Bloom. Juckle-Ups from Ice Age. 4th edition Counterspells. Tranquil Groves, Goblin Recruiters. Some more Vernal Blooms from 7th edition. Goblin King. Fleetfoot. Titanic Ultimatum. There's some Friday Night Magic promo cards. Here's the Quasali Pride Mage, a couple of those. Night of the Reliquary. What was the other one? Oh, there's another one, but it's in there's another FNM promo, but it's in the bigger pile. Night of Orchid, Lich Lord foil from one of the dual decks. There's a lot of dual decks. He bought a lot of the dual decks and the premium decks, which we'll talk about later. But there's Nicole Barras and Garuk and Sorin. Bunch of ley lines from M11, bunch of the lands from M11. Vitality. Bunch of these lands were great from M11. I guess I forget what they're called. Soul lands, maybe? I don't know. Elvis Arc Druid, a foil Day of Judgment. Some of the old foils are worth a lot, even if the original card isn't. A couple Traumatize. A bunch of Overwhelming Stampede. He was definitely a green player. Silence, Temple Bells, Demon of Death Gates, another Garruk, a Johnny, Jace, Predators, more Drowned Catacombs. What else we got? Rune Scarred Demons, a couple of those. Sundial of the Infinite, more of the lands, Gilded Lotus, Stuffy Doll. So Krenko, some foil, Staff of Nin and Diabolic Revelation. Some Ring of Three Wishes, Resonator, bunch of Reliquary Towers, Ascend Triplets. Remember when this was an $80 card? Yeah, last year. Thanks, Mystery Boosters. Keening Stone, bunch of these are all cards that are between $2 and $10. Awakening Zone, 3-core Spirit Dancers, Deathless Angel Foil from Rise of Eldrazi, Bear Umbras, Realms Uncharted, Eldrazi Temples, ×3, Tajuru Preservers, Keening Stones, Copperland Gorge, Seacrone Coast, Razorverse Thicket, all the lands. A bunch of the lands were in here, which is nice because I don't have a lot of those lands. Just a few that I picked up on my LGSs. So, Blue Sun Zenith, Phrygian Hydra, Meyer Turbine, just a lot of good stuff from back then. Isolated Chapel, there was a lot of Innistrad in there. Rakdos, rest in peace. Pithing Needles, 3 Pithing Needles. That's one of my favorite cards. I always sideboard Pithing Needle. If it's in a format that will allow it, I'm sideboarding Pithing Needles because that's the one card shutdown for anything that's causing you problems, and it's a 1-drop. Pithing Needle is one of the most powerful cards in the game. I can't believe how cheap it is now. Bracers, Gideons, Ashioks, Heliod's, Mistcutter Hydras, Bow of Nyleas, Army of Damned, Incendiary Command, Jace's Archivist, Temple Bell, another one, Southern Spoiling, another Garruk. Just a lot of really good old cards. Hornet Queen, Ruinations, Acorn Catapults, Old Scavenging Ooze, Magus of the Vineyard. So now we've gone over the kind of $2 to $5 cards and then the $2 to $10 cards. Now let's get into the spiciness. So here's the $10 to $20 cards. We got some Noxious Revivals, 3 of them. We got Triumph of the Hordes, ×2. Epic Struggle, Mog Catcher, Insurrection, Aggravated Assault, Darkness from Time Spiral, one of the original Time Shifted from Time Spiral cards. Elvis Harbinger from Lorwyn, Goblin Bomb, Devastation. Here's the F&M Ancient Ziggurat, pretty cool looking card. A foil Liliana from one of the dual decks, a foil Venser from one of the dual decks, Night Exemplar, a Sorin from, what is this, M12? So I got a Sorin from M12 and a Sorin from Innistrad. The M12 one is in really good shape. The Innistrad one is damaged, like badly damaged. Like bent and corners are folded, and yeah, that one's in rough shape. Foil Jace from M11, a couple Darksteel Forge from M11, Rise of the Dark Realms, Door of Destinies, Emeria the Sky Ruin, Royal Elemental ×2, a Jorga Warcaller, and then 2 foil Jorga Warcallers. I know that the lighting's terrible in this room right now. Plus, I have to have the camera jacked up really high to get all this stuff in the frame. Pestilence Demon, Sword of Body and Mind, Elspeth, original Elspeth from Scars, Asceticism from Scars, Tezzeret, Darksteel Plate, Sword of War and Peace, Unwinding Clock, Torpor Orb, Chromatic Lantern, good one, from RTR, Lord of the Void from Gatecrash, Hellkite Tyrant from Gatecrash, Master of Cruelties from Dragon's Maze, Tameo from Avacyn, a Platinum Angel from M11, Johnny from M11 ×2, and an attrition from Commander 2013, I think. All right, so there's that. And now for the big stuff, and then we'll kind of get this video wrapped up. So here's the big card. A Planner Portal signed by Mark Tedden. Tedden? I don't know. But not worth much, but I don't know if the signature is real or not. I don't even know if you guys can really see that on there. But yeah, there was a signed card in there from Invasion. I thought that was pretty cool. And then here we go. A foil 7th edition Forest. I was shocked when I looked this up. These are saying it's like $22 market value. I'm like, it's a basic land. But I guess there wasn't very many foils in 7th edition. It was very hard to get them. This guy jumped out at me. A Cruel Tutor. This is awesome. This is the first one I've ever owned. It is damaged to all get out. The corner was literally folded over. There's chunks missing from the top of it. It's yeah, you know, mint near mint if I was in to sell it on eBay. Just kidding. Yeah, there's a lot of yeah, you can see that corner completely got folded over and sat there for a while like that. So this Cruel Tutor's had a cruel life, but it is a Cruel Tutor from Portal, an original one. So pretty cool card. I'm glad I finally got one, even though it's totally damaged, but that's okay. I don't plan on selling it. I plan on playing with it. So there you go. Elvis Champion, Vidalcan Orrery from 5th Dawn, original one. Grand Arbiter from Masters. A foil Vexing Shusher from Shadowmoor. Look at the foiling on this. I don't know. This doesn't look like standard foiling. If anybody knows what this is from, if it's a promo card or something of some sort, let me know. It's a Vexing Shusher foil with crazy, like almost flamed foiling from Shadowmoor. But let me know. Let me know if you know what that is. Smokestack from Urza's Saga. A Grave Pact from 10th edition. Or, yeah, 10th edition. And a Chroma's Memorial from M15, I think. A Liliana of the Dark Realms. Training Grounds ×2. Painful Quandary. Green Sun Zenith, original from Mirrored and Besieged. Shouldered the Whispering One from New Phyrexia, ×2. Not bad when you get a big money card, ×2. Balefire Dragon from Innistrad. Parallel Lies from Innistrad, that one was worth a lot. Aurelia the War Leader from Gatecrash. Nixos, Nykthos, the Shrine to Nyx from Theros. Primal Vigor from Commander 2011. Stranglehold from Commander 2013. And Akalia the Vast Foil from, this was from one of the Commander anthologies or something like that. I don't remember. But a lot of good cards, a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of Commander stuff, and a lot of really good older bulk that I just didn't have any kind of positions in those sets at all. So now I do. There was some random old foils in there that weren't worth a lot of money, but you never know what's going to happen in the future with this stuff. So, but tons of extra sleeves. I'll never need to buy sleeves ever again. Not that I needed sleeves before. So, and lots of extra dice and stuff. Extra boxes. But anyways, pretty cool collection. Good deal. Oh, I almost forgot. There's 2 more things. Yeah. There is... Oh, 3 more things. There's some more stuff that I can't even fit in the screen here. So, another thing that I got was Hunter. This is actually from the Theros Defeat a God decks. This is one of the things I was missing to be able to actually properly play that. I tried to play it on a video. So if you're not familiar with those, they're basically solitaire magic. You got a deck that kind of is automated and you play against it. It's really, really cool concept. I don't know why they don't do them again. That was a really awesome concept. But you're supposed to have these ally cards like this one. And I didn't have any in the deck that I got because I just got it in some kind of bulk collection thing. So I finally got one of those so I can actually test that deck again and see if it actually works or not. If you don't have the allies, you get trounced pretty bad. So anyways, the other one was a premium deck series, Fire and Lightning, I think. So it's an all foil deck from back in the day that got some pretty cool stuff. This one's not worth a lot. I think this one's worth about 50 bucks. But it's got a lot of cool stuff in here from old school, like Mog Fanatics, and there's a lot of, as we're getting in here, come on, where is it? Grim Lavamancer is cool, he's in here. Jaya, and Gidu Encampments, Teetering Peaks, Hammer Bogardan, and then a bunch of foil lightning bolts in here, and Reverberate, so Chain Lightnings, which is cool, Fire Blast, Thunderbolts, more Mog Fanatic, more Lightning Bolts, Keldon Champion, Ball Lightning, which is awesome. I loved Ball Lightning when it came out in Legends. And Spark Elementals, more Lightning Bolts, so Spark Elementals. So, pretty cool little deck there, all foil. That one's not complete, I don't think, but it's pretty close. But then the other big thing was this. The entire Premium Deck Series Slivers with the Sliver Overlord. This one's almost complete. I'm missing one forest. If you're not familiar with this deck, this is about a $250 market price deck opened, and like up to 500 with it still sealed. So there's the Sliver Overlord, Brood Sliver, Coat of Arms, Crystalline Sliver, Heartstone, Hibernation Sliver, Heart Slivers, Necrotic Slivers, Ancient Ziggurnauts, 2 of them, Homing Slivers, Rootbound Crags, Quick Slivers. I mean, you name it, it's in here. If it's sliver related, it's in here. Wild Pears even. So this is pretty cool. It's all foil deck. Older one. I'm sure you guys, some of you guys are probably familiar with it. Some of you guys may have never seen it before, but pretty neat, pretty valuable. So that was a pretty awesome thing. But yeah, like I said, I'm missing one forest. There's supposed to be 5 forests. Everything else is accounted for. But anyways, so that's another couple $100. So the total value of this, after I paid $200 for it, we're talking about $2,800. So right around. So, and that's at market price, and that's only cards over $2. There's, like I said, hundreds of cards between that $1 and $2 range. So I think it was a pretty good pickup. I'm pretty happy about it. It was pretty epic find. I post just looking to buy Magic collections on Craigslist, and you know, I've gone a year without getting a single response, and then I got 2 responses in the same week. One of them was this one of them was the other old school collection with the dual lands that I showed you like a month ago. And both of them were just epic finds for pennies, not even pennies, half a pennies on the dollar. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for all the views and subs. I'm really grateful. I'm over 1,000. That's awesome. Finally start getting a few cents back from YouTube for all this work for the past year and a half. So I'm happy. I'm excited about it. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you ever picked up just like this is like one of those once in a lifetime type deals, and I got 2 of them in the same week. It's just taking me months to sort through them because I'm pretty busy. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the description below. There's a lot of good links to save you money on your purchases, get your cash back. My email if you want to talk to me about buying singles or sponsoring an opening, and my actual address if you want to send me something to open on camera for you. Really appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you guys so much. I love doing this and hope to keep doing it for many years. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.